everybody, welcome back to Margaret's Growing Our Own Food. Today we are going to be putting up some turnips. My husband has a business here, and a lot of times a lot of his customers will bring in turnips and potatoes and collards. We had one that came that sent two big bunches of collards Sunday afternoon, and so I cooked those Monday. They were so good we eat on them twice, and then I put 2 bags up in the freezer for later. So we're going to start trying to put up these turnips. I washed them 3 times. The roots on these things were humongous, but they don't seem to be peppy, and I'd rather have the roots than I had any of it. So we're going to cut the roots up first and put them in. And since they're so big, I'm going to kind of cut them in 4s to put them in there. I would rather eat the roots than I had the leaves, but my family would rather have the leaves, so anyhow, I have to compromise, but I will eat the roots and put them up. Now, I cleaned these up last night, so they've turned a little bit of color. And I think I told you I washed these 3 times. I always wash them at least 3 times to make sure that right there don't look real good. I'm gonna take it out. Put it in there. I always wash them 3 times, and after I had washed them 3 times, I didn't feel any grit in the bottom of the pan. So I felt that they were okay. So these roots are really big. We got our water getting hot. Now I cooked a ham last week, and hold on just a minute, I hear my phone ringing. Nobody important. I cooked a ham last week, so I kept pieces to go in my beans and my turnips. I always do that. So we're going to take about 4 good pieces of the ham, and we're going to put them in our, let me put these in the refrigerator. Okay, so now I take and start cutting up. I always cut up my leaves so that they'll be fairly. Now, when you have one that has a stalk like this, I usually cut the stalk off of it. Sometimes they're just not that good if they're that big. So you could take, these leaves are so big, but this is supposed to be a sweet turnip. I've never eaten any like it, but I'm sure they're going to be good. So some of them we will leave. They look like they're pretty good. We won't cut them all off. This one I will cut it off. You fold your turnips up. If you don't have the big stems, you can just get like a whole handful of them, like this, and just cut them up that way, and it don't take nearly as long. And as you're cooking them, stir them around because they'll wilt and just go to nothing. Now I have about 3/4 of water in my pot. My crock pot is about 100 years old. I mean, my pressure cooker. My pressure cooker is about 100 years old. I've had it for I don't know how long, but it still works, and I love to use it, so I just keep on using it. It does the job. Now I will put these in the pressure cooker, and once the little jiggling thing starts, I usually cook them for about 25 to 30 minutes. Today, I'm probably going to let them cook. I'm sorry about my phone. I don't know if anybody else gets telemarketers, but we get them all day long here. Since I'm cooking the roots, I'm probably going to cook these for like 30, maybe 35 minutes to make sure the roots get real good and done. Stir them down. It takes a lot of turnips to make a meal. If you've ever cooked turnips, you know that. So they really cook down a lot, but anyhow, just cut them off. Get you a handful, and we'll add a little bit of salt to it. I have put up a lot of turnips in the freezer. We didn't get our turnips planted last year, but I had a friend that grew a huge patch of turnips, and she begged people to come and get them. They had so many of them, so I went over there several times and got 5 or 6 bags, and it took me about 2 days, but I'm thankful they're really good to go in the freezer and get them out. I want to try some in the can. Now we'll eat off of these, and then I'll put the rest in the freezer for later. Okay, I'm going to continue cutting these off and getting them ready, and when I get them done, I'll be right back. Okay, we got about half of the turnips in, but the other leaves are so huge till I decided I would just wait and cook them separate. Now we've got our cooker about half full, so with the roots in it, so I really think I'll wait and do 2 cookings of them instead of trying to do 1. So always be sure that you can see through your top little thing right here. Make sure it's not stopped up. So I added some salt. So now I'm just going to put my lid on. Sometimes it goes on good, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see. There we go. Now, and be sure you have it lined up here. And, excuse me. Sorry about that, I have a dog. So we're going to turn it up. Or turn it down, I'm sorry. We're going to turn it down a little bit till it starts. Always make sure your handles are lined up. Now we're going to let it start doing its little dingling, and then we're going to cook these for probably 30 minutes because the roots were so big. So when we get through with this one, we'll be right back. Okay, our turnips cooked for 35 minutes. So, let's look at them. See how good they look. They sure smell good. Oh, they so tender. Oh, so tender, going to be so good. And the roots cooked really good. As a matter of fact, they like to cook all to pieces. So anyhow, we're going to enjoy our turnips. I will take all of these out, put them in a bowl, and then I will fix my other ones and put in here and cook them also. So, hope you enjoyed our video on cooking turnips, and we hope you'll come back for more of our videos. You have a good day, and God bless.